Waalaikumsalam, everyone. Waalaikumsalam, everyone. So for starting last week, we will be making the live stream in English. For me to be better in speaking, I can write, I can listen, I can read, but for me to speak, it's quite hard for me, so I need to practice. So with this live stream, I hope to be better in English, so I can make better tutorials in English without restriction. So let's see the question. Hanzo bro, are you full student of Manso Sapari, aka Shadowgun? Yes, I am his student, but not the only student. I'm not sure what do you mean by full student. If you're saying if I am fully student, I'm not sure. That's not the right way to say. Don't say I'm not sure. Can you clarify your question so I can understand better to answer your question in a manner where you can understand? Waalaikumsalam. Please explain about SNR key level. How to partner it with time frame. I read your question. My belly button become itchy. My belly button is here. My pen is how much is this? One ruler. Let me Google first. Let me make a quick Google search. What does this call in English? One span. Let me open the whiteboard. I can understand your question. Don't worry. Okay. SNR key level. How to partner? I think what you're trying to ask is about SNR. Format. SNR key level, and how to maybe to relate with time frame. So first, we need to emphasize on the SNR key level, because for multi-time frame, you need to understand the key level first. So SNR key level, I'm not sure where you get this word, but I'm trying to think that for all the SNR there is in the chart, you want to see which one is the best SNR, or which SNR to be which SNR you should prioritize. Which SNR to prioritize during your analysis. So first, you need to know the important SNR. And first, we need to know what is SNR. SNR is divided into two, which is support and resistance. As an SNR trader, at support they will focus to buy, and at resistance we are focused to sell. And we also need to know a few things about the market, such as when is the market gonna be biased for buy or sell. So for buy is during the uptrend, and for sell is gonna be during a downtrend. So before we focus on the SNR that trying to push price or have historical data that have moved a certain way, we need to know the SNR at the current market. So for example, during an uptrend, let me change this color. Okay, during an uptrend, you can see that resistance is always broken. So during an uptrend, it's not a sell setup, which is to sell at resistance. So we need to focus on the support here. So support during an uptrend is stronger. So first we need to know the important SNR during an event or during a condition, which is the condition is the uptrend. So another thing about this resistance, when it's got broken, it can also become support, which become resistance, become support, something like this. Okay, so you need to understand that first before we look into the key level. And then for an downtrend, we can see that price will always try to break support. Look, support being broken, but the resistance still what we call it, still untouchable. Nothing can break it. So that's the first thing that you need to know about resistance. And then if you want to see which SNR better, which not SNR, but can we just focus with resistance? It's still the same thing for support. So we focus on resistance. Okay, so which resistance is better? I'm not sure about the term key level, but I think your question is about which resistance is better, because at the end of the day you will be selling at resistance and buying at support, even though you are using other type of trading system, you will still hoping to sell at resistance, or when you are selling you are hoping price to go down. So it's something it's somewhat we call resistance. Okay, so which resistance is better? So the first rule, you need to know that the resistance must be during a downtrend. This is the first condition. Sometimes it can work against the trend, but we want a more stable outcome. You know, we want a better statistically proven outcome. We do not want sometimes, because during a downtrend resistance will always push price down, but during a change of trend, sometimes resistance get broken, but it can still continue going to follow the trend. But if it does change to an uptrend, this thing just happens sometimes, not all the time. So during a downtrend, when the trend is confirmed, you just follow the first condition, which is to follow the trend. And then the second thing, I think you only need these two things to find a good resistance. Number 2 is a resistance that can push price. Okay, so if you have a resistance like this, and when price come back to it and it can push back price, this is a good resistance. And sometimes this good resistance can also be broken. So when it's broken, you need to know that a good resistance had been broken. So when this happen, it become a role reversal, where the role of a resistance will switch to support. So the next support that comes to this broken resistance will be a good place or a good role reversal level. So it's gonna be a good key level for SNR entry. So you can buy here when the price action permit, and then price going up, something like that. So if you see on the chart, look, I still cannot move on with MT4, so I just modify a little bit our live stream. If you can see, there is no broker logo here. It's very safe. It's very safe, don't worry. So let's see. So for example, this SNR. Okay, so this resistance have been pushing price in the past. If you can see here, you can compare two things, one over here, and another one here. But over here, price just reacting from this side, and this resistance is created from somewhat a downtrend, because the structure has shift here, so it's somewhat a downtrend. And when price break, it become a good resistance. But why price coming back to here? Because it just want to came here. You do not need to worry, because over here you can still get a resistance, become support, and this resistance is created from this resistance. So how to know which one to use? First, you need to see the movement. Okay, the movement. So if you have seen my tutorials about the trading range, you can pull up Fibonacci. My Fibonacci is quite flexible, which you can see it's you can pull it in which way you want, because it's only a Fibonacci that divided by 50%. This is 50%, this is 50%, and you can also add another one here, and it become another 50%. 50% is just Fibonacci that I use divided by 2 to provide some let me delete your comment so you can see the chart more clearly. So it just tools to see which way we want to know the equilibrium point, the 50% points, because the 50% is somewhat a good price. When you do a negotiation, people always go for 50-50. First they want 70-30, but the other party will try to negotiate until both have a win-win situation. Sometimes price can go to 70-30 or 60-40, depending on the situation and how you negotiate. But the golden rule of thumb, everyone wants a 50-50 chance in every negotiation. You 50, I'm 50, you bear some loss, I bear some loss. So that's where the concept comes from, 50%. And if you can see here from the close price, or you can also take all this blue candle, but I like to mix and match a little from the red one and the blue one in one range to get the 50%. So in 50% level, I can see there's a few things here. So we can get a swap zone. So swap zone is not an SNR concept, it's a supply and demand. So in supply and demand, you can get a better entry here. But for support become resistant, or SNR trader can still get a chance to take a trade over here. Don't try too hard to focus on sniper entry or very sharp entry. That things only will feed your ego. Sometimes you cannot accept with price, float a little bit and you cut loss. That will create a bad habit for you. You need to learn how to accept losses for you to gain from the market, because sometimes we cannot get all the sniper entry during a live event, but in hindsight or on the back test, everyone can draw something that is beautiful, but in real time it will be chaotic. So learn to draw something that is reasonable and can be repeatable and doable during a live trade session. Okay, so the key level here, key SNR level or key resistance here is this one. Is follow the trend, it's trying to push price, and then it got broken. It's actually not a good thing for it to be broken, because at resistance we are trying to sell, but we need to follow price, not the price follow us. So when it break, we need to have a counter strategy to reverse the resistance, or the resistance had changed its role to becoming support. So over here for supply and demand trader, they can see a swap zone near the 50% level. So currently price is trying to go up, I think, and creating a little bit of channel, if you can see here. So maybe it's going somewhere. By the way, this is not investment advice. I'm just looking if it can go somewhere. Maybe it's trying to go to this resistance to complete somewhat called a momentum pattern or flat pattern, something like that, because this bullish move has broken a lot of things. It has broken the ignored compression, and then it come back to here. Let me delete this Fibonacci first. So it come back to here. Over here is the compression. Compression should have just drop, rise right there. Just go straight through. Price should rally after this compression, but price did not. Price ignored it. And making a fake breakout move here, and then just go straight through. So when ignored compression got ignored, and not ignored, I think this one, this red one, this already get the ignored compression, but still it was ignored. So price need to take back the order. This is some some manipulation thing that not really a good practice or reliable practice, but it's a good thing to know about ignored comprehension. It's very hard for me to speak in English, but I need to practice it anyway. I hope you can be patient with me. Thank you. Who is CEO Zhang? There is someone that I see in the Chinese short drama advertised in TikTok. I saw the video for a short moment, not realizing I have spent an hour watching the ads. He's very powerful, CEO Zhang. He is a rich guy, but choose to live a poor life just to make fun of people by people making fun of him. Something like that. It's a very weird hobby of CEO Zhang. If I was a rich man, I would flex. I would do what rich people does, showing a luxury lifestyle. But why need to dress up like a beggar? That is CEO Zhang. He is a rich man with a weird hobby. He tried to look poor at the eyes of the people just to make them suffer at the end when he declared he is CEO Zhang. Something like that. Hello, I want to ask if price ranging and it made first fake out down first. I need to write down. First I need to understand what you are saying right now, and then I need to understand the question. There is a lot of process. Let's just write the thing. If price is in ranging, okay, price in ranging, and it made first fake out down. Okay, fake out down. Back ranging after fake out up. Okay, fake out up. Then price follow the latest pole. The pole, is it a bearish pole or is it a bullish pole? I need to know that. Let us for example take it as a bearish pole, and price is in range. Okay, let's write down the range first. Okay, it's making a H. Okay, so it's making a bearish pole, and then price in range. So this is the range, and then it make a fake out here, a fake out here, and then after that price will follow the latest pole. Yeah, it does not follow the pattern. We need to know the trend first. What is the trend? For example, if this is a downtrend, okay, in a downtrend scenario, it will look like this. Downtrend scenario, it will look like this. So the answer, wait a moment. Okay, so if it's like this, the answer would be for me to sell, I think. And if it's in an uptrend, I will follow the trend. Just follow the trend. I thought you already fly. I fly on Wednesday. This weekend, I want to spend my time with you. If I fly too early, you will not have webinar this week. So by the way, a webinar, it's not a webinar, it's a live stream. By the way, we might not have any live stream in next week. Yeah, maybe just next week. Next week we might not have a live stream. So do not wait for me, okay? I will be somewhere else. Is it okay to sync your technique with CMS technique? Cikgu Mansur Sapari is my teacher. It should be no problem because I am learning from the same person, so my trading system should not differ too much from my teacher teachings. Teacher is getting more handsome. Alhamdulillah. Praise be to Allah. Your teaching is almost the same as Sifu Mansur Safari, or you develop it into your own? No, it's still the same thing. He is my teacher. He is my mentor. I learn from him, and through him, I get good in trading. So if you want to learn from me, I think it's still the same thing because he is my teacher. I get the guidance from him. So it should not differ too much from his teaching. A teacher last week you mentioned to remind you to teach about price action. Could you show an example in BTC in TradingView? I don't think so because BTC is a moving market currently. Security Commission does not allow people like me to expose too much regarding live trading. You know, live trading, giving trade calls, that is prohibited. I think all around the world we cannot give investment advice, and but I can teach you. I'm reminding you that I will not open the BTC chart because the market will be open, and I do not want to be alert. Not be alert. I do not want to be tricked into giving you a trade calls. Something like that. So price action. Price action comes in many form. Kejap. Wait a moment. I think the previous question asked about multi-timeframe. How to relate with time frame. How to relate with time frame. I think I can answer two questions in one session. So for example, this is the key level that you are looking into, and how we can look at price action. When we mark our resistance become support, price will come to our entry zone somewhere around here, and around, no, just that one, with rejection. Okay, so price come with rejection and another one with breakout. We will look into it in a lower time frame to see how the price react. So for us to get a better view, we change this into orange color. So when we change the time frame, we can see or identify it faster. My English is like it's very undeveloped. I'm not sure how. Usually, this is not the way I speak in English. Back then, I was quite good, but after not using it for years, I think 6 to 7 years, it become very childish. It become very rigid. I'm not sure how to put it in a sentence, but my English is very bad, very bad. Okay, so over here this green this orange level, this orange level is too light color. Maybe I can change to purple. Okay, so this purple color is the key level resistance that we drawn on the M15 time frame. So on the M5 we can see that price did react with the key level. If you can see here in this green circle, look over here, price did react sharply with this level. But why does price go over here? So before price want to move up, it need to go down first. This is what we call a bear trap, not a bear trap, a bull trap. A bull trap setup, because people will buy here and then it will trap the buyer when price going down, and then not the buyer. Bull trap, bear trap. This is a bear trap. Yes, a bear trap. No, is it a bull trap? Speaking in English make me very confused. Who got trapped here? Is it a seller? Yes. This is a seller trap, which is a bear trap. So over here is a bear trap, price going down. So people usually at the key level like this, people will tend to sell here. If you see price did react here, give a little bit of rejection, and people might think they want to sell, but following the momentum it will be going up. So as a price action trader, you know the momentum already give you a lot of signals here. So one of the price action is how the price move. Over here you can see 3 consecutive bullish candle with big sizes. You can see there's a good momentum here. And another thing is that this consecutive blue or consecutive bullish candle did break a quite big bearish candle just in a few moves. So we can happily say that this is a good momentum move. And then with the Fibonacci 50% that I said, you can also get somewhere around here. If we match blue to red, as I mentioned earlier, we can get somewhere around here. So when you are using a multi-time frame or going to the lower time frame, you can get a better price. So if you are using M5, you can have an earlier entry or early confirmation, because on M15 you need to wait 15 minutes before you have a rejection, before you have a breakout. But on M5 you already got a few candles, and if you go to M1 you will get not a faster, a quicker, which is the right word that will not me sound like not good in English. My vocabulary is very bad. It's very stressful, but I need to learn in English. I need to learn to speak spontaneously. To do that I need to practice. And this one, M1. Why I cannot find it? I think is it the internet? I got good connection here. I cannot go to M1, but I think you get the point. So price action is actually how we read the price. Either it's reject, it's break, how it react with a certain level. That is price action. You just need to wait for price to react. That's it. Cikgu, now you live by using English already? Yes, I need to practice. Because I will be making tutorials in English. I do not want my video to be very, how do I put it in words? I do not mind my video to be a very low quality, where you can only see me struggle in English, but when I try to explain a certain thing, I cannot explain to you in its most honest form, in its most understandable form or ways. So I need to get good at speaking in English first. But it is a good thing for me to speak in English, because I will think first before I speak. If I talk in my native tongue, or in my mother tongue, or in Malay, I might speak a lot of things that is not good, such as cursing, which is not good. But in English, I will focus on talking the important thing only, because it's already hard enough. Teacher, why not using TradingView? Because I do not like TradingView. It's very hard. For me, it's already been 10 years of me using MetaTrader, so I already become comfortable with it. I'm a simple guy. If it's not broken, do not fix it. Do not change it. You can see me. I am a very consistent guy. I ride the same bike. I drive the same car. I dress the same lifestyle. You know, I live the same lifestyle. Yeah, even though I am moving through phases in my life, where I came from a poor family and then becoming better, having a lot of financial freedom or financial financial upgrade, I think something like that. But I still maintain the same lifestyle, because I think what is not broken should not be changed or fixed. So MetaTrader is still here unless it changed. If it's changed before I go into TradingView, I will go to CTrader first, because CTrader is better than MetaTrader and more trading oriented, while for TradingView I cannot operate it as fast as I am using MetaTrader 4 or CTrader. So MetaTrader is very simple, it's very straightforward. Which way you want to buy, just you can right click, buy limit, sell limit. Where I want to find the drawing tools, I think maybe because I already familiar with MetaTrader. So for me to learn TradingView, it will be a very how do I put it in word? I have the word that I want to say, but I need to translate in English. Otherwise, it will sound childish. Childish. So the things that I want to say about me having to learn about TradingView, or me teaching you using TradingView, is like me trying to swallow up something that bigger than my mouth. Something like that. I cannot focus when you submit in English. You can find other teacher, because I am moving forward. I cannot go back. Before this, I can speak in Malay, and people all around the world try to learn Malay language, but no more. I will be No, it's not becoming a better person. Just me cope with the current situation. I know that I still have place in the community to give general advice, not financial advice, but general advice, like this thing is a scam. This is the better way for you to do it. Something like that. I can still give advice for certain things, but if I'm just go doing my own thing, it's just like for me having a certain you know, for me to have a power in my speech, but I choose silence when I see someone do a bad things, when I have the power to change it. So I cannot stay silent, but I might to change the way I speak. For example, I might need to change the language that I used to speak with. It's quite hard, the situation in my country right now. Is implement some rules and guidelines that is very hard to follow. So I need to just change a few things. For example, the things that I am doing right now. My English is quite bad, but it will become better. So does your trading. When you trade every day, you will become better. At first, you will lose money, and after a few time, you get good. Inshallah. brain damage. Is it safe or okay to trade by only using one time frame? It's good for you to focus on a one controllable thing. If you think that many time frame will give you a headache, or you will get very confused with looking at multi-time frame, for example, looking at a higher time frame, for example on daily, you can see price move just by a candle. For example, you see a bearish move here, and then the next day you see price retrace here, and then you just want to sell based on retracement. So you can do that just by looking at one candle. Maybe you can get an entry over here, and then price drop about 90 pips per day. So you can still get something from the market just by focusing on a single time frame. So that is if you choose a higher time frame. But if you go to the lower time frame, for example H1, you might focus yourself to look into pattern and something like that. For example, like this, you can see that the size of the bullish movement, for example over here, the size of the bullish move, you see over here, 1, 2, okay, this one slightly bigger, and this one becomes smaller. So this is a sign where the bullish have lost what we call lost its powers, something like that. And in a single time frame setup, for example this H1, you can measure the pole, the momentum, is it complete its cycle? Yes. The size is alright, the momentum confirm the size, and price start to drop and drop in a certain way. For example, this thing, there's a bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. This thing is like a conflicting between a buyer and a seller at this place. So we'll mark the consolidation. For example, like this. we can mark this from the highest one to the lowest one. This price is the one that managed to go through this one, the last big bullish candle over here, and this one is the highest price can go after it's create a consolidation phase, and then price break the range. So when price break the range, it create a small consolidation we can which we can use as our entry. It's very simple. You can just use the Fibonacci retracement from the lowest point and from the breaking point. This one is the breaking point, and then you can pull the Fibonacci until the top range of the consolidation, and you can get a blow off setup. So from this blow off setup, it can go down very far. And if you go to the daily, your analysis will become more simple. You just focus on the candle, you know, one candle at a time. But on a lower time frame, you can see that I have drawn a few things. For example, you can see that I have calculated the momentum, I have calculated the size of the pole, and I have marked the consolidation, and I have marked the range break, and also I have labeled the blow off setup using the Fibonacci. So there's a lot of things, but in daily you just trade the retracement. So it's good for you to focus on one time frame at a time before you are getting through with the multi-time frame. For you to be able to trade the multi-time frame, you need to have a lot of knowledge regarding the chart pattern, regarding the market behavior, the range, when price want to consolidate, when price want to make a zigzag pattern or the wave. And for example, if you trade on daily time frame, you just need to focus on a single thing, a candle and a retrace. That's it. But if you go a lower time frame, you need to learn many things like chart pattern, candlestick pattern, rejection, consolidation, price wave, market phase, a lot of things you want to think about. So choose your heart. Which one you want to go? You want to learn the pattern first? It's okay, you can follow the pattern. But when you want to mix and match everything, like using multi-time frame, you need to learn the most basic form of price movement, which is the retracement, the breakout, and another one is the most complex way to see the market, like all kind of pattern, all kind of movement. When you mix this together, you can trade the multi-time frame and you can relate with all the movement. But if it's quite hard for you, focus on the basic form first. You can go at the daily time frame or H4 or H1, learn to focus candle by candle, learn how it's moved. Then later you can go to the lower time frame and recognize or identify everything about the chart pattern. You can search the internet, teach me chart pattern in the financial market. You will get, I think, a few lists of pattern like head and shoulder, flat pattern, double top. It's very simple. You do not go too far learning some hard pattern like maybe you know about the ICT method. That thing is too advanced for you. Just learn the basic pattern and recognize it in the market, and practice how to know which one will work and which one will not work depending on the condition, such as uptrend, downtrend, and where does price located during the formation. Maybe it's near the higher time frame resistance. So if a bullish pattern appear at a higher time frame resistance, it most likely will not work unless the higher time frame resistance is gonna break, something like that. You just need to learn to master a few things first before you focus on the big complicated things. So what you do for a living? Answering question from YouTube and get money from YouTube. Waalaikumsalam. By using Fibonacci, do I need to use row reversal or continuation base for choosing a base? If you look into my tutorials, the series Belajar A to Z, which I teach you from A to Z in the 50, I think about 53 series or 54, something like that. I have mentioned about the Fibonacci is only a guideline for me to look at the 50% level, and between the 50% level we got another 50%, and between the smaller 50% we got another 50%. So it's all about the, you know, price segmentation. We do not want to see everything, we just need to see a few things. Let me draw something for you to clarify this concept. For example, we have the market moving like this. We can do a very random sketching. Okay. So if we look at the market like this, we can mark our entry point over here, maybe over here, maybe over here, maybe over here, maybe over here. It's very random. Maybe you can draw over here. It's a lot of maybe. But when we use a range or a trading range that I usually taught in my tutorials, it's actually we want to focus on the current range. For example, if this is a high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So this current one is what we call as a current range. Current range. And in this current range there will be a lot of entry zones, like this over here got drop base drop, over here got rally base drop, over here got support become resistance, over here got drop base drop. A lot of things will come in your mind. So that's why we will be using the Fibonacci to make a price segmentation, which we will focus on the 50% bottom half and 50% another half. So on this below 50% level, we can conclude to find somewhere 50% between this 50%. So when price come back here, we will not just instant sell like you know, like it is a confirmed level that can push price. We need to wait for its price action first. We need price to push price at a certain level. Maybe it can break the lower low, maybe it can push a little and make a few pattern before we can identify it as a legit level that can be used as a entry level. So when we get a confirmation, we can proceed with our sell, and we can see price will go following the trend and trading within the range. The same thing happened over here. If you can see, this is also a previous range, and price did move around somewhere around 50% here. It's just that price rise first beyond the 50% and then make a double breakout, and then maybe somewhere around here we can find a retrace. So that is how we trade price action, and this is how I use the Fibonacci. It's just for a market segmentation. When you get really good, you do not need the Fibonacci. It's just a way for me to show you how I make the price segmentation during or in a range. It's just a way for me to show you how I see the market. It's not a, you know, it's not necessary for you to do the to use the Fibonacci if you already see where you want to segment the price. But if you have problem to see how to make price segmentation, you use the Fibonacci. If not, you can just use your instinct. So please explain how to make avocado juice like you do this before. So you only need 3 ingredients: a good avocado, milk, full cream, and honey, a raw honey if possible. So 1 avocado, 2 glass of milk, maybe 2 teaspoon of honey, and maybe if you want better cold taste, refreshing taste, you can add ice cube, and then blend it together just like that. What is your favorite pair? Everything that relate to USD, Japanese yen, and Great Britain pound. Reversal versus pullback. Your question. How do I say it? Reversal. The partner for reversal should be continuation, while for pullback will be the retest, or not retracement, just retest. So for reversal is something that that reverse the price, while for continuation is something that continue the price. You see a major movement here, a major moving up and a major move down, and for continuation a major move down, a minor move, a minor up move, and it continue its major down move. This is a continuation and this is a reversal. But for a pullback need to, something need to drop and then getting pulled back. It need to fall, or it need to break a certain level. During some time, it make a pullback. Need to take time. It take time for it to pull back. You need to pull back. But for a retest, it's a very fast movement. A retest is a very short time. It's just a retest. It's drop, it retest. Very fast. So for your question, for reversal, is a move that have been made after a big move from a different direction. For example, if moving up and then it going down, that is a reversal. But for continuation, price going down, it bounce a little for it to keep going down. That's a continuation. But for pullback and retest, pullback need to take a little bit of time for it to pull back, and for a retest, it's just a short pullback. It's not a pullback, it's just a short retrace, short retrace. It's not a retest, it's a retrace. Okay. I want to ask one more question. How to merge SND and SNR for decision point for entry? Hope you understand. The decision point is a SND thing, but for SNR, maybe you can use something like this. For example, you have a resistance level, and then price start moving over here, and then it start to break. It start to make a double break. So this create a fake out move, and then over here when it's break, you can go find a DP or decision point in a lower time frame for it to retest here. Either it can retest or not, depending on whether you have a DP or decision point here. But just make sure price came back here before it going too far. Maybe after this one break, do not wait, because it's already gone too far. Maybe I can show you example on the chart. For example, maybe I can use a different example or different pair on EuroCAD. For example, over, is it good over here? Need to have a little bit of fake out. Maybe over here. It's not a good fake out, but I think we can use it. Okay, maybe on M30 will give a better price. It's not a good price. This one, no. Maybe this one. It's okay, but I think we can look into it. For example, this is a resistance or a support, and then price make a double breakout. For example, like this, we have a double breakout here, 1 and 2. So over here we can look into it. So we do not want price to go very far, such as breaking the thing that make the double break happen, which is from this thing or this resistance breaking the support and then going up again. So we do not want it to go too far. We just want, for example, at this moment or during the break. So we can go from M30 to M5 to look for a decision point in that area. Where did my markings go? Where is the ellipse? Ellipse properties, visualization, show all time frame. Okay, this one also, this one on it. M5. So over here is the double breakout. So the double breakout happening here, and we do not want price to break here. After it break over here, it's already gone too far. So over here we can see that at the level where a double breakout happened on the support, the support, we got the double breakout. We get a base here. So the base in a lower time frame that happened during the breakout or becoming a reason for a breakout is a decision point. So we can take a trade here, and if you can see, price did reject, and make a little double breakout here. And there is another double breakout. If you can see on the line chart, you can see first breakout, second breakout, and then this also resistance that make it fake out, double fake out over here, and the fake out over here makes you can take a trade after this one surpass this support level. You can instant, and then you gain about 5 pips. But that is price action. That's how you merge SND with SNR. Oh, I do believe you already speak well in English. Can I know why is your turning point for you to speak in English? You can search in Google for Security Commission Malaysia for Finfluencer guideline. I'm not quite comfortable with the guideline, so and I'm not how to put it in words. I do not have a lot of money like my friend that can go to Dubai or can live in other country. I love my country, but maybe I can offer any kind sort of service to my fellow Malaysian. So I am practicing my English for me to provide my service in other country, something like that. But if I am speaking like a kid, or I'm having a very hard time to speak in English, it will make my trading knowledge or the things that I want to teach become a joke, something like that. It's become a joke, or it becomes something that is not serious, and people will not respect the knowledge that I am about to give just because of the language barrier or the, it sounds funny, right, for me to speak in English, but I need to get good at it, and I was good before, but when I achieve financial freedom, I don't think the way I speak is important, because the money will talk for me. But for me to give value to people, I need to get good with my communication. Currently, I will be going to offer my service outside, which still for free. It's just that I need to make sure the way I speak is on international level. It's not. I do not like to be making my country or myself become something as a joke, something like that. Unless it is the way I dress, because I choose the way for the most comfortable way to wear shirt, or my lifestyle is very hard for me to speak in English. I will restrain myself from making a jokes, because for me to just speak, it use a lot of RAM in my head. So I will restrain myself from making jokes and focus on reading the comment. Hanzo, what's your opinion on volume footprint? If you're talking about order flow trading, it's a good thing to learn, but it will cost you money to get the real-time data or the order flow data. That things, if you are trading seriously, you can spend some money, but you also need to give time to yourself to learn the order flow is quite hard because not many people will teach how to use the order flow, and the reliability of the order flow data is also important. Okay, so you need to understand the depth of market, also the intention of the seller and the buyer, instead of just focusing on the footprint. The footprint is the things that already confirm the order, but you need to also know the intention, where price gonna go based on the intention. The footprint is like using at the current chart, but if you understand the whole concept of the order flow, how do I want to explain it? It's good. Just make sure you have enough room for you to spend, to use or to involve in that path, because it will cost you money. By looking at lower time frame structure, you can get early confirmation whether it's aligned with higher time frame setup, right? Something like that. Check out how to identify if the price wanna do row reversal. You can identify, you just need to wait for it to break, or like I said, a support during a downtrend will usually break. So that is one way for you to identify it. When there is a pull, you take it from a break or from the resistance, depending on where it is formed. For example, okay, this is a pull, but we cannot just just label it right away. You need to wait for consolidation after a pull. If you do not have a flat, you cannot have a pull. For example, like this, this is somewhat a pull, and this is also somewhat a pull. This one does not have a consolidation, and this one have a consolidation. It just going up. It just making an up move first. This is a reverse flat, and how we want to anticipate it, we cannot. We just know that it can happen, but this consolidation need to be taken out. So for example, we mark the true price. Look, price did react and then break. So for this break, this consolidation is quite important. I'm not sure why I am teaching you this, but it's hard enough for me to speak in English, so sometimes I cannot control what I'm teaching, but because it's already spilled from my mouth, so it just go straight anyway. So after this reverse flat got broken, it can retrace back to the base that caused the break. I'm not sure this is answering your question. I don't think I am answering your question. Maybe I am not getting the question from the break or from the resistance. You take the pull from the break or from the resistance. I take the pull from the first bearish move, the starting of the pull until the end of the pull. Okay, I will only look at the close price, or you can refer the line chart. So that is how I recognize the pull. The tricky part is how to identify where it's end. So usually I will wait for consolidation. So for this one, this can also be a consolidation, but why I am marking until here is because price over there already break support over here. So for me to identify a pole is for it to have a momentum. For something to have a momentum, when it go through a solid wall, sometimes it can break through. So you know that the for example, a car, you have a wall, and a car, if the car crash to a wall but the wall do not break, it does not drive fast enough. The car was not moving fast enough. But if the car crash to a wall and then break through, we know that the momentum is strong for it to break. Okay, so over here, this is not just an ordinary support, it's a major support from a swing point perspective. And then I just measure from the first place the car move to the end of the crash, and then when it's pulled back, it will pull back somewhere around here. So this way we can also mark the 50% Fibonacci. We can see that price react with the 25%. So within this 25%, we can relate that price operate here. Not operate, is giving reaction to here. So we can look at price when it comes to this level, it's pushing down. My English sounds like a little kid. Does not sound professional. It does not sound like a trader. It sounds like a kid. A very immature English. Not very professional. Do not sound convincing. But the thing is, you see at this bearish candle, it's already break the 25% level, and then it going up, making a rejection. You can just make an instant entry, and then this pole can continue from this place to this place, so you get your take profit over there about 5 pips, because this is M5. But the formation can be used on a higher time frame to get a better reward. If Cikgu create Discord community, I think it's also nice, where we can share analysis and learn each other. I have installed Discord, but I do not know how to use it. I don't know how to use Discord. What is a better word of a professional sounding word other than I do not know how to use Discord? I am not comfortable with Discord. No, I am not familiar with Discord. Oh, that's better. I am not familiar with Discord. Vocabulary is very important for you to have a proper sentence. So do you have stiff shoulder and neck? Because I can see use Yoko. Okay, so this Yoko is not a product placement, but you can find it in Shopee. I will put the link in the description, inshallah. It's just a way for me to make easy money. When people click my links and buy Yoko, I got a few cents from your purchase. You still paying the same price, but you will help me become richer. If someone give me 23 ringgit and 90 cents, thank you. Thank you. Cikgu, when there is a pole, you take it from the break or from the resistance? I think, oh, you're the same guy. Okay, already answer. You do not need to pay me, but thank you anyway. I will use the money for myself, and I will enjoy it until the last penny. I will enjoy it. Maybe I will record me eating ice cream with your money. how to speak a proper English. So how to use volume? I'm not sure. I just use Candlestick. Very simple. I can use it anywhere. I do not have a multiple monitors. I did not need to spend extra money to have access to order flow. I have a Candlestick. It's enough. I can make $10, $20 a day. It's enough. Construct sentence in English inside your head frequently, or think in English to put it simply. Keep it up, inshallah. Just take the license. Just take the license. Your weight, your body weight have reduced by speaking in English. Can become dehydrated. Do you think having a license is a good thing? You need to look further. For example, if you are someone that have license for a gun, every bullet have its own certificate. If you shoot someone, the bullet gonna be gone. So you need to declare where does the bullet go. But if you have an illegal gun, or you do not have license to hold a gun, but you have a gun anyway, when you shoot people, pop, pop, you do not need to declare. No one is watching you. But if you have a gun, if you move to another state, if you move everywhere, you need to update. Where did you go? Did you bring your gun with you? It's very complicated. It's not as simple as taking the license. You have the license to kill, or you have this license to own a gun. That does not mean you can shoot everyone. Understand? But if you do not have a license and you have a gun, you can shoot anyway. But just make sure people do not notice. Stupid jokes from stupid person. I'm trying to make jokes, but I'm not sure if it's funny, because I don't think it's funny. Well, mate, I was in an international school until 12th grade, but after I graduated from international, I went to Pondok. Now habis British. What? You just need to practice like that, mate. What? You know what? Let me drink. It's very good. Yeah, mate. Teacher, actually your sponsor disturb me with advertising. Now I need to listen again. What the fish? I do not have sponsor anymore. Do not have sponsor. You need to sponsor me then. I will put your logo here. For only 100,000 per month, you get your logo here. Just make sure it's not a financial product. Excuse me. It's very rude. Don't do that at home. Dang. Can speak? No, I can speak, but it's not a proper language. It's not a proper English. I have seen how people speak in English. It's very good, but the way that I speak is very slow. I need to speak sentence by sentence. I need to think, and sometimes the choice of word that I use to speak in English is not the most suitable word for me to say. Just now, for me to say, it's not a proper word for me to what? You know, I need to think. I need to think, and sometimes when it's already come out from my mouth, or it's already become something that I speak, it's already too late to correct it. You know, there's no you know. It's very Malaysian English. I want to speak like an American. I don't want to be a Malaysian idiot. I want to be an American idiot. I don't want to be American idiot. Something like that. It's very stupid joke, I know. But I do not want to sound like a stupid person. Okay. I know you're looking at the chat thinking small bit only. Yeah. Teacher, based on your experience, can you tell us what happened that made you start becoming profitable? I am still learning on demo account, but I start and lost feeling like giving up. Okay, so I start doing trading. It's something like this. I was born in a very poor household. My mom selling flatbread 50 cents per pieces for me and my siblings to grow up. And then one day, not one day, my mom advised me that for me to become rich, I need to become maybe like doctor, engineer. I need to study really hard for me to be a rich man, or to be comfortable with life, to have money. I need to have a good job. So I study really well until that one moment where my mom got hospitalized for aneurysm or stroke. I'm not sure stroke is a Malay word or an English word, but the scientific name is aneurysm, where there is a blood clot in the brain that had made my mom lost control of her body and become you know, had made her go through a coma, you know. So I need to take care of her, like give her a bath, everything. Need to you know, give her food, because she cannot use her body anymore. So I think deeply at the moment, if I study really hard, and that thing happened during that happened during the time where I am still studying in university to get my degree. So I was thinking very deep, and the thinking is something like this: if I happen to be very successful lawyer, doctor, engineer, or something like that, I will have money, but I will not have time. If my mom would go through this again, going sick and everything, I will not be there to help her, because if I would like to assist her, like taking care of her, I will need to leave my job or lost my career to take care of her. Because the only reason for me to study really hard, to become a doctor, engineer, or to get a good income from working a good job is to repay her kindness, because not throwing me away when I was a child and a burden for her. So it's just for me, it just a way for me to repay her kindness, something like that. It's not something like that, it is that. So that deep thinking made me want to involve in a, you know, in an online business, because at that moment I do not understand about online business and such and such. So the first online business that I involved of selling supplement, it not go really well, because the supplement was a multi-level marketing product which only sustained a few moments before it's collapsed. The supply chain gone, everything gone, and there was a lot of unsellable products. So I involved in numerous of Ponzi scheme, becoming a victim, and then finally I can make a little bit money with a gold Ponzi scheme. It's like you buy gold during the mining. You give money to the miners, they will mine the gold. When the gold come out, you will sell the gold at the, you know, distributor price, while you are paying for the price of gold during the excavation. You know, when the extraction happen, you pay at that moment, so the price of gold is better. So the mining will took place about 2 weeks or 1 month, like that. So the longer you wait, the higher your profit, because if you give them time, they will not rush how much gold you will get. So that is one Ponzi scheme that had made me you know, owe a little bit of money from my sister, about 12,000. I never had that much money. I think the most money I get about 3,000, 4,000 ringgit, something like that. And during that time, if I make a part-time job working from 7 a.m. until 11 p.m., I think I get about roughly 50 ringgit to 60 ringgit per day. So it's very big amount of money. So for me to get back the money after the gold scheme or the Ponzi scheme collapse, a group of victims, same minded victims from the gold scheme, made a group where one of the members said that he is a forex trader, so he can get back all the money that you lost. So me being naive, I said, not just me saying that statement, a few other members said how to do this forex thing. So he said that you can transfer all this to my account, and I will make one account for you all to view, and I will trade the account. When it's grow, you can return all the money that you owe your client and everything. So we all put our money on this person, and the truth is, this person that introduced forex trading is also a scammer, which he take the money to pay what he owe his client and get away with it, and we lost money further due to believing this guy. But from that moment, I learned the word forex trading. So from that moment, I know this forex trading is involving chart, and I'm very good at studying. So the market is very simple. Actually, if you know when price gonna go up or down, you can make money. If it's going down, you sell. If it's going up, you just buy. It sounds very simple, and the price will not make a spiral or will not going to the left. It's just going to move forward, up and down. It's quite simple, but I need to know how to do this. So at first I do it for myself, and it does not end well. The first 2 trades is quite easy. I make profit, and after that it's all gone. You know, during my time of learning forex trading, I was not introduced to a demo account. They said that this MetaTrader 4 software need to be paid $10,000, $50,000 to be used. But this guy offer me to use it for free. I just need to make a deposit into the account and then trade a real account. That was my first day having a real trading account, and I deposit about $100, and I entered the trade about one lot, and then suddenly my deposit all gone. That was the first day I know that forex is not just you insert money, you get money. No, you need to learn first. But I learned it the hard way, so I know that the thing is, when I sell or buy, I need to know where the price is gonna go. So what I do is I find someone that can teach me where the price is gonna go. Either it's gonna go up or down. So I find a lot of teacher that make a very confusing thing, like he also do not know where price is going. So I did not I did not give up. I know that this is very simple. I just need to know someone that can tell me price is going up or down. So from teacher to teacher to teacher to teacher to teacher, sometimes a scammer, sometimes not a very good teacher, and I am not giving up, because this trading thing, I just need a phone, internet, I can make a fortune, and I can stay by my mother's side, or maybe after I'm getting married. At that moment I was thinking, if I have a wife or a son, if they need me, I need to be ready beside them. So trading is very good. I can achieve that, and for that reason I keep on searching for a good teacher, and finally I found Cikgu Hanzo Sapari. He teach me supply and demand. His method of trading is very simple. He know where to mark the resistance, the supply zone, how price gonna form, the pattern that price gonna make. And learning from him, for the first month learning from him, I already been making money. I already know how to analyze the market, which I cannot do learning from other people. Previously, they use a lot of indicators, and sometimes they cannot even predict one candle, cannot predict one candle in the future. But learning from Cikgu Hanzo Sapari, he can analyze price point to point. Price will go from here, stop here, and then go to here, and then continue to rise. Point to point. It's very sharp, it's very rigid, it's very doable, it's very simple, and it's too simple that made me want to learn more about supply and demand. So after I found Cikgu Hanzo Sapari, I go into supply and demand trading, and not just from him, I also learn from his student or my senior in supply and demand. So I ask everyone, I do the DMs, I ask them to teach me everything, until this one senior mentioned about, have you tried go through a Forex Factory forum titled Price is Everything. So I gone through that forum. All the chart is very dark, and I learned a lot from that Price is Everything. The founder of the forum is Red Sport 11. So thank you for his sharing in the forum. That helped me elevate my understanding in supply and demand. But currently, what happened that makes you start profitable? So I already tell you how I met Hanzo Sapari. And still learning on demo is a good thing. Don't be like me going to real account. You have access to demo account, it's very good for you. and you still start and lost, you should not be worried, because at the first stage of your learning process, you should focus on creating a sustainable trading system, not making money. Making money is after you get a trading system. If you are still losing, do not have a idea of making a deposit, because you are not ready. In demo account, you are still losing money. So if you in demo account you are gaining money, gaining some profit or making money, how about that? Are you ready to go to real? No, you need to create a trading system, and in that trading system, maybe you can find a friend, maybe someone that you can teach them the trading system. If they follow your trading system and they can make money, maybe your trading system is good enough for you to go to real account. And you need to have a proper trading journal, recording all the trade that you made using the trading system. And if it's really good, then you can proceed to real account. But sometimes you like giving up. That is because you have too much expectation. You want to get rich fast. Maybe you have someone that challenge you to become someone better. Maybe someone ridicule you. Maybe someone say you're not gonna make it. Maybe you want to prove something to someone. But all this thing will take time. If you are looking for a payback for revenge, you need to know that a revenge is best served cold. So after a long time you become successful, no one can follow you. But if you are successful today, for example, today people make you feel very bad or belittle you, you will want the comeback or the payback to be a few years later. If you can fight back at the moment, they will ask you to teach them, and they can use it against you. But if it takes years, when people want to follow you, you can say that this will take a long time, you will not become at my level, something like that. So they can only watch you like a glimmering stars, you know. You like a star for them. They can only see you. They know you are what kind of star are you, but they can only see and admire the light emitting from your star. Think of the future. Do not give up. Don't have much expectation. Just do what you need to do and keep going. For me, I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing what I do for my loved one. So I did not give up in trading, not because I want to have a sport car, not because I want to live a rich life. I just want to be beside the one that I love. When they need me, I have the money, I have the time, I have the freedom to help them. That is my motivation. I'm not sure how strong is your motivation, but I think if you fight for love, you will not give up. Because if you give up, it is the same thing as you giving up on love. Teacher, you say an engulfing can consume everything. What exactly does it consume? What should I pay attention to in order to identify it? Okay. So an engulf is a candle that consume. For example, you see this bullish candlestick. This bullish candlestick got consumed by a bearish candlestick. Is this one matter? This one does not been consumed by a shadow, right? But in terms of trading, in terms of this candlestick, we need to know that this is a bullish or a buyer and this is a seller. So when a seller engulf a buyer, it need to go until the open price, or it need to go to the lowest of low of price. First, you need to focus at the body from open to close. For the opening price is a true price, and the closing price is also a true price, which are recorded in the line chart. And if price or the reverse of the buyer or the seller, how to put it in word? First, you need to know a rally move, and then second one is a drop movement. That is a basic of price: rally and drop, up and down. Okay. So when a bullish candlestick got consumed or got engulfed, the first one we want to look at is the body, the actual price from open to close. It got consumed. But if you want to look further, or you want to confirm it consumed everything, you need to go to the low. If the lowest of price got consumed by a bearish candlestick, then this bearish candlestick is engulfing the bullish candlestick, something like that. So you just need to focus on this. And if it's need a few candle to consume or to engulf this bullish candlestick, just make sure it's the same color, because we want the bearish move to engulf the bullish move, something like that. What can I use other than something like that? I know that a proper Englishman would not say something like that. This is a Malaysian thing. This is Asian English. Something like that, you know. I do not want to sound like an Asian. I want to sound British. You know. I don't want to say you know anymore. Sound too Asian. So I have a question, a QM level and price action of compression, which when it return back to right shoulder, make rejection as supply base drop at the same level as left shoulder. But hey, I just noticed right now it's already 12:45 AM. So I will not look into the chart. I will just read the question. You can ask me in the next live stream. So I will answer it briefly. QM level, price action of compression. Okay, so you have a QM level with compression as its price action. So when it return back to the right shoulder, make a rejection as supply base drop, for example, at the same level as left shoulder, but it's break. You need to check whether it's following the trend or not, and the location either is near a higher time frame supply, because you are mentioning drop being break, right? So look at the location. I think it may be forming this pattern near a higher time frame demand or higher time frame support, which make it break the right shoulder of the drop. Or maybe you are against the trend, so you need to check on that. Should I watch for another QM? Forget about the pattern. Look at the structure. Understand how the price move, wave by wave, phase by phase. So lower time frame, I think your problem is about direction. If your direction is wrong, then the pattern identification will be wrong also. You need to know the market is biased to buy or biased to sell before you look into the pattern. Before you look into the pattern, you need to understand where the market gonna go first. For a few, maybe not a few. Maybe you can start with, can you see a movement in the future about 100 pips? If you can see where price gonna go 100 pips from now, then you will know which QM you want to use or which pattern you want to use. Maybe you do not need the QM pattern, you just need a role reversal pattern. Support become resistance or resistance become support. It's very simple when you know the right direction, when you know the direction. Okay. Teacher, how to detect a fake reversal market structure and how we want to counter it by cut loss. Yes, you must not anticipate a fake reversal market structure. Market structure is like this. It will do what it need to do. You just need to follow how it is formed. When it change, you just need to react faster. If you are wrong, you cut loss very fast, and if you are right, you hold to the very end. You need to make sure your reward is larger than the risk. And if you know that there is something wrong with the market, something that it should not have done, maybe it should not have break certain level that have made a certain signal that the price will reverse or the market is shifting to a new direction, then you need to ready to get out of the market, not just stay and becoming a egoistic trader to hold the trade while you knowing that the price will go against you. Aisha, how are you? Thanks for education, sharing personally for me since 2019 until now, that I can understand. Welcome. Feel angry, that's why you made it this deal. Anyway, you are my mentor in this from Malaysia. Thanks. Welcome. Sound professional, not professional enough. I want to be on par with international traders. I am not going internationally as a joke. I know my knowledge is quite good, but I need to speak a proper language for me to stand on the same level with them. Otherwise, you know, Asian English is very it sounds very childish, you know. It's very unprofessional. It's very, you know, it's very funny. It's like you're watching a Jackie Chan movie, you know, something. Do not say something like that. But have you heard how the French speak in English? Well, you see over here, you see the resistance. You just need to wait for the pullback. And then if you hear the Russian English, you just need. Oh yeah, I'm still some Asian. I cannot imitate someone that is far greater in speaking English than me. I'm still some Asian. Wait for me, in a few weeks I will become better. Or just switch using short form for attacking. Okay, I'm reading this. Oh, something like that. Don't. It sounds very funny if I use short form before I, you know, our slang is still sound Asian, whether we use short form or not. But I will try my best anyway. Don't. Bilingual doesn't define intelligence, just need to practice it every day. Yes. But people will judge anyway, so I need to be better. Sooner or later, your tongue becomes soft. Inshallah. So can you explain more about reverse pole? Cannot. I do not have grudge anything with Kazuha. It just he or she asked too much question. Don't translate from Malay to English. Just directly construct in English better. Help me a lot. Thank you. I will try. Don't, shouldn't. Oh, shouldn't. Oh. I need to restrain myself from using non-vocabulary word. Non-vocab word. Not everything is good in short form, right? Does people use right? Does end a sentence with right sound Asian? I think it's Asian enough. You know, right? Ugh. What this thing called? My armpit. No, armpit's over here. It gives me goosebumps. You know, right? I'm cancelling ending sentence with right. What if you have Gun and Roses? That's which that's a song. Speak with your family, make it a daily routine. I try to speak with my wife, but she does not want to give cooperation. Better to speak like Pochokang. It still sound Asian. I want to speak a very good English. Right. Why everybody use English tonight? Because they want to help me speak better in English. Teacher, I have a real question. Why I can't access to HR? 58. I cannot help you regarding this. I do not promote that broker anymore. I was sponsored before, but not anymore. It's currently how do I put it in word? As a Malaysian, currently, not currently, just a few months ago, my government said that I'm as a financial influencer, I cannot promote any unregulated broker, even though it's regulated in the United Kingdom and in a few other not developing, a first world country. It got a good license, but currently it does not have license in Malaysia, so I cannot comment on that. You know, it's a new ruling for me. I cannot speak regarding that. But if you know, how do I put it in word? If you have access to my connection, if you have registered before, you might contact my admins, and my admins did introduce you to any of the account manager, and that account manager is still working there, so you can ask them for help. Currently, I cannot do a direct or indirect promotion, like mentioning. I'm answering your question is also risking my safety. This is a government thing. I don't have comment regarding this. I'm trying to speak English better. Bear with me. So I cannot comment further regarding this. But if you have the connection, you can ask them. They are still working there. And if you have seen my Instagram story, I have tagged a certain person regarding this. You can still ask her. But me and my team personally cannot help you regarding this, because I am restrained from doing so. It's not that I am not willing to help. It's just that I am restricted for the things that I can do to help people right now. So if you know a person that I used to tag in my Instagram, you can reach out to her. Maybe she can help. Not maybe she will, as long as you are a registered client for them. But currently I am not connected to them, So sorry you have registered after I promote, but currently I am not doing promotion for them anymore. Maybe not after this. That's it. It still operate globally. Just in Malaysia, I am not allowed to promote. It is operated globally. Have multiple of license overseas, but in my country they do not have the license because forex is not regulated in Malaysia. So you will not find a regulated forex broker in Malaysia because forex is not regulated in Malaysia. So I cannot advise on that. I'm very sorry. Okay, I think you get the point. If you know, I upload a story regarding that. I have tagged a certain person. You reach out to her. She can help you. Maybe. Inshallah. We're gonna do a new batch. Not in the near future. How you become so rich until that you can afford to buy Kanche Turbo. I believe it's all about compounding and risk. It's not about compounding, it's about being the right person at the right time at the right place. I married a rich woman, so she is my funder. Everyone needs to get money somehow. How to get a capital. So that's how I get capital. Using my charm, using sweet words, using a honey trap. I trap a rich woman to marry me, and then I use her money to fund me, and then I become her sugar baby, and then I afford Kanche Turbo. This is Black Parade. When I was a young boy, my father took me to the city. After that, to watch a marching band. Last week you talked about making income through your trading during your trading studies. I told of livestock. What is this? Okay, last week you talked about making income through your trading during your trading studies. I too. I think my English is not at a good enough level for me to understand you, but I did make an income using trading, through trading, during my trading studies. During the day that I studied trade, I did make an income after I found Cikgu Mansur Sapari or Shadow Gun. So after I met him, a few months after I learning, actually it's the first month after the webinar, I already making money. It's very simple. News impact trading using supply and demand fake outs entry. It's a very good setup. It's not reliable long term, but during the studies is quite simple, you know. So at that time I am making money, but only after I have met a true mentor, Mansur Sapari, which he is able to trade and able to teach. You will sometimes you will look at people that they can only trade but cannot teach. Sometimes you will meet person that cannot trade but can teach. You learn from him. You can trade but he himself cannot trade. But you will also find a very rare kind of mentor which he can trade and he can also teach, and that person for me is Cikgu Mansur Sapari. He really good in trading and he teach very well. What is the meaning of you said wave by wave and phase by phase? Is a metaphor for me to say that you need to follow how the market structure is formed. Wave by wave, phase by phase, which mean for one phase to another or for one wave to another, you need to follow the structure. You do not want to against it, you need to follow it. Otherwise you will get burned. Okay, I have a question. What if we look at the opening gap? What if the 16 candle respect same day, next day? Oh no, will I observe the opening gap? No, I will just let it gap, and later if price making a formation that I can recognize, I will trade based on that setup. I will not wait for anything what the price offer at that current moment. When I see the chart, that is the time for me to go into the market if my setup or my strategy allow. I will not wait for anything, because if you are already doing this trading stuff for years, you will get very bored. You do not want to see chart. You will get very very boring. You will get headaches by just looking at the chart. So for me to have less chart time, it will be better. So when I open the chart, I see a setup that I can recognize and follow the system that I use, I will trade the setup. Just like that. I will not observe, I will not wait for anything. What the market give at the moment, I will adapt to it and take a trade based on my trading system that I have developed for these passing years in trading. Just go British Institute learning via proper class. I do not have time to go into classes, but it's quite good, right? Asian English and the sentence with right, it gives me goosebumps. So how to become a position trader like you? You just need to have a hobby, or you just need to have a side business. For me, trading have helped me, have or has. Sorry for a bad grammar, but trading is like this. Trading is a very high risk business, and sometimes you lose money, sometimes you gain a lot of money from that big of a risk, and that big money can disappear at that moment if you are greedy. So what I do is, I'm taking the large sum of money from trading. I invest in a few business. Some succeed, a lot fail, but the one that succeed maintain a very healthy income. So it's quite good. But the thing is about business, it takes a lot of time and energy from me. So sometimes I will focus more to my business than trading, because trading is a business where money will help you make money. If you have $10, you want to make $100, you need to grow the account 100 times. But you have a $1 million account, and then in a year you make 100%, which is in a 3 quarter, not 3 quarter, in 3 months or 1 quarter, you just make 25%, which means you need to trade in a month about 5 to 10% only for you to have a 100% per year. You get me? So 1 million a year versus $100 a year, it will leave a huge gap, So in trading, capital is very important, but in business, I need to give the business my time and energy, or my attention. So when I give the business my time and attention, I will leave the trading for the market to do its thing. I just put a trade and let the trade goes. So I think in this live stream earlier, I have said that you need to have an ability to be able to see 100 pips to the future. So if you already been good at looking at 100 pips to the future, just imagine if you have done it hundreds of time, 1,000 of time, you will be able to see 200 pips in the future. So if you know me long enough, I have a trade that I hold for 3 years that have moved almost 2,000 pips in forex. If in forex I can hold about 3 years for this current generation, gold is quite popular, so it's equivalent to you holding to almost 10,000 of pips in gold. But I still love forex because it's more stable, the movement is not too strong, so my capital is not at risk, not too much at risk. But in gold, maybe if you are intraday trader, it will be good. But for forex, position trading is like a cheat code in life. Alright. Sorry teacher, I always ask more question. Yes, your quota already gone. This week quota already gone, Kazuha. You need to wait another week. Just one question for you a week, because you ask too much. Quota already gone. You need to give other people a chance also to ask question. But it's not yet 1 November. No, you need to understand. The guideline was released on March. So you need to, you need to do something after they release the guideline. Not this 1 November thing. 1 November is the implementation, but before that they already released on March. So you need to sort your things out before 1 November. But because after they have released the guidelines, but you do not take any action, and you have shown that you want to, you want to show a little resistance, or you want to show disobedience, you just it's like you are making an enemy with the government, something like that. Don't say something like that. Just end the sentence. Are you trying to challenge the government? You think you big enough to challenge them? I know that I am not big enough, so I just follow through the guidelines. I am not rich enough like my friends that can move overseas. Some of my friends gone to Australia, some gone to Dubai. Honestly speaking, I love my country. It got a lot of food, and if I want to make profit, I would likely to spend in my country to help people making business in a side stall, buying, helping the economy in certain ways. I take money from the market and give it back to the community. And it's just my way of doing something. It might not be a great things to do, not so noble, because if I am a noble person, I will just give the money for free like Robin Hood. But instead, I will just help people doing business. I will support what you buy. As long as you are a good person, I will buy from you every day. Maybe sometimes pay you extra. If I see your struggle, I see you are working hard, I will make sure that what you work for is you know, don't say you know. Don't. You sound very Asian. Oh, you can still mention about broker. No, cannot. The guidelines was released during March. Next question. They did call me last Friday at 6 p.m. but unable to answer. I will call them tomorrow. Welcome. You just reach out to them because today is Sunday, and I hope you understand. How to use time frame for entry? For example, direction H4 daily. When entry, need to use M1530. Okay, if you are opening in the daily time frame, for you to go until M15 is quite far. You know, don't say you know. It's very Asian. If you are using daily, the lowest you can go is H1. If you are using H4, the lowest you can go is M30. If you go further down, you will get a lot of noise. You will have a very hard time to analyze unless you're very good. Unless you're very good at recognizing price movement or price formation or price pattern. But if you are not that good, the furthest you can go from daily is H1. The furthest you can go from H4 is M30. Okay. Hanzo, you watch One Piece until now. No, I'm waiting for the Elbaf arc to finish first before I'm going to watch. Like the Wano arc, I wait for the Wano arc to end first, and then I saw the whole thing. I do not like to wait. I like it to finish. But I know the feeling that we want to know, we want to be the first one to know. But for me, it's very hard to wait weeks by weeks to find an answer. A few weeks ago, I watched Chainsaw Man, the movie, and now I'm currently reading the manga because I cannot wait. And then I finally realized that the manga also not end. So I have left hanging. It's like you waiting for series belajar A to Z, and then after series 53, it's gone just like that. I'm refraining to say something like that. So can you show me the triple breakout, how they look like? It just as you said, it's a triple breakout, which means you need a triple breakout. How does a triple breakout looks like? You need to have a triple breakout. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 Okay, something like this. So you have a swap zone here. This is a single break, you know. Yeah. You can look you can look over here. This is a single break from here to here. From here to here. From here to here is sound Asian, right? No, right after it give me goosebumps. So from the lows, It's quite hard to be professional. So from here to here is a single break, and then when you stretch this further, you get a second break. You look over here, from here to here is a second break, and then if you drag it further over here, and then you will get your triple break. So this is the first, the second, the third one. Just as its name, triple breakout, and it is what it is. It's almost Asian. Most Asian sound like this. When breakout happen on the upside, we have to break the wick high or just the body. You need to break the whole thing. Need to break the whole thing, including the wicks. But you can also look at the resistance at the close price being break. But for a true break, then you need to break the whole thing. You don't challenge the government, yeah. Otherwise, you will be put to silence. How do you mark a swing high and swing low? Are there any condition or criteria? So for me to mark the swing high or swing low, it's a very complicated thing. But for you to make it easier, you can change it to a line chart, and you can look at the swing high that already been formed in the market. For example, you can look here. Yeah, when you change to the line chart, you will get a major move. You know, don't say you know, it sound very Asian. Okay, so you will have a big move. You know, big move, a big consecutive move. It's very consistent, the size. If it's going smaller, it will still retain its size, you know. Don't say you know. You get this? Oh, you get this. It still sound Asian. So from here to here, you get about this size, and from here to here, you get about this size. So this size needs to be almost consistent, not this very rigid, but you can see that the price is somehow uniform or quite similar to each other, and the smaller wave inside the structure, we can call it minor structure in that sense. So you can trade from this bigger structure, range by range, you know, range by range, which means you can trade. For example, price is already formed at this price, at this blue color one. So from this blue color, you will know that price is gonna make you know, a correction move in a wave. So in a correction move, you can still use price segmentation, as I speak earlier. This is a price segmentation, which we will divide by 50% of everything. So from here to this 25%, and it's already broken the 25%, we know that price might go to the 50%. It usually go to 50%. So when price arrive at the 50%, you already close your trade from this buy position. And after it reach the 50%, can it break the 25%? No, because this is a down move, and then when it do a breakout here, you can get a trade over here. This is a left shoulder zone, so you can take a trade over here. It also a 50% in this sense, you know, it's still around 25% in this area. Is everything's about dividing by 2. You try to divide by 2 for everything, you get a better sense of price segmentation. And then from here, you just follow along until it created a lower low. This is a low, this is a lower low. So you just need to practice looking at the chart in a simple way. Why teacher do the because I don't want to sound Asian. Okay, so I think I have read most of the comment, and right now it's already very late. So thank you all for watching. This live stream is not sponsored by any broker, but it is sponsored by you guys, my subscriber. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum. See you in the next 2 weeks. Next week we will not have any live stream because I'm quite busy. I need to fly somewhere, and I need to do some important things. And so we will see you maybe inshallah in next 2 weeks. Peace.